Hello and welcome to round 16 of the 2019 Formula Virtual World Championship here from Mexico City, Mexico. My name's Bradley Downton and I'll be joined today by Lilly Westwood, but unfortunately we are missing a pit lane reporter. Neither Robert Matthew or Alex will be here today. Unfortunately, both of them missed their flight. Today then, the drivers will be tackling 71 laps of this 4.304 km circuit. No lap record because it is a new layout. For the first time we're racing on this layout then. Alar Kanga won last year. But who can win today? Drivers' Championship can be wrapped up today. If Ruiz wins, he needs class in 6th or lower and powers anywhere. If he's second, class 9th or lower, powers 4th. If Ruiz is only 3rd, the Drivers' Championship goes on to Brazil. He can win it today then, but it is a bit of a long shot. Nathaniel Powers needs to win, or he needs to beat Ruiz at least, or he's out of contention. Constructors' Championship can be wrapped up. That's far simpler. Downton are champions if Franklin do not outscore them by 17 points. 3rd and 4th will do it today for Downton then. Let's see how the drivers line up. In pole position, it's Enrique Ruiz. He's in the best place then. The Brazilian starts on the medium tyres. His chief rival is alongside him. Klaas van Snelheid starts from 2nd. He's on the softs. Row 2, Nathaniel Powers heads that. 3rd of the championship contenders, all 3 at the top. He's on the medium tyres. Lewis Ellington starts from 4th, he is on the softs. Row 3 consists of Mario Juan Lopez and the 2nd Franklin of Timo Kinnaman. Lopez is on the soft tyres like his teammate. Timo Kinnaman, like his teammate, is on the mediums. Row 4 and in 7th then we've got Felix Perez, the lead of the first cars, also on the medium tyres. Alongside him, the lead of DS Mathershalls, Alar Kanga out-qualifying Adrian Simon. Kanga starts on the soft tyres. Behind them are their teammates respectively. On the same tyres, we've got Alexander Zolia, he's on the mediums. Adrian Simon starts from 10th on the soft tyres. Just outside the top 10 in qualifying then, we had Sergio Alvarez in the Phoenix. The Argentine goes on the medium tyres today. John Matson, the highest up the grid on the hard tyres, he starts from 12th for the Ingram team. Behind them, Elroy Wagner is 13th on the soft tyres for Lopez, and Matson's teammate James Vazquez is also on the soft tyres. He starts 14th here today in Mexico. Puccio Giordano lines up 15th for Ocelot. Giordano starts on the mediums with Gabriele Garcia of North Star alongside him. Garcia out qualifying Halverson. He starts on the hard tyre. Halverson is right behind him in 17th and he's on the mediums. A more likely bet for Halverson. Rodolfo De La Fuente is alongside him in 18th. De La Fuente starts on the hard tyres for Andromeda, as does his teammate Will Hoskins, who starts just behind him in 19th. A lot of teammates together on the grid. Nikolai Milkovic goes from 20th for Chima. He is on the mediums. Thierry Zylander had a disappointing qualifying for Phoenix. He starts down in 21st on the softs. Victor Osberg is the lead of the Lopez cars. He is on the mediums. He's not the lead of the Lopez cars, sorry, for one of the first times in the recent races. He's on the mediums. Hunter Ryan goes from 23rd for Ocelot on the soft tyres. Dmitry Kovalenko is on the same tyre choice alongside him in the first of the AMRs. And at the back of the grid, Diego Campos goes from 25th on the mediums and Finn Schneider starts last on the softs. So as we go down to the grid then, it's Enrique Ruiz on left in pole position. Klaas van Snelheid second on the right. The lights go out now and we're racing in Mexico. It's a good start from what looks like Nathaniel Powers in 3rd. He's already up and alongside his teammate then, but Ruiz is away and clear up front. He is punching the hole in the air there. Everyone else behind him has the slipstream. Will he get into turn 1 first? Dives to the outside. Klaas van Snelheid looks to the inside line. The Meteors are side by side going to turn 1 as well. Klaas van Snelheid up the inside for Ruiz and takes the lead then into turn 1. Klaas goes through and leads for Ruiz, Powers, Ellington and Lopez.
Yeah, that start could not have been better from Klaas. Moving up into first position on those softer tyres, his immediate goal will be to set out a little bit of a gap. Yeah,
absolutely will be then, as Kinnaman in 6th then, but further behind Adrian Simon with an absolutely blistering start. He's up to 7th from 10th on the grid.
I didn't even spot that. That's a hell of a start. That's like probably one of those moments where everyone just parts for him and he's like, "Wow, come on."
Yeah, certainly. Yeah.
Excellent racecraft from the former world champion.
Certainly is then, as Klaas then already pulling away up front as the drivers head into the stadium section for the first time then. We've not run on this layout here before in Mexico.
We have not, no. And wow, look at that shading, that texture, plain white.
Stadium's very uncolourful, isn't it?
It is indeed. Given it's Mexico.
That's a camera angle. Absolutely beautiful. This Timo Kinnaman looks to take 5th position off of Mario 1 Lopez, but can't go around the outside of turn 1. And remains in 6th. Further back though, that's
Alvarez.
Alvarez on Zazolia?
Yeah, it is indeed. He was having a look around the outside, but obviously you're always going to get pinched into turn 2.
Yeah, certainly are then. As Lopez then looks as though he's, unsurprisingly, holding a few guys up now. We've got Kinnaman, Simon, Perez and Kanga right up with him.
Yeah, so this is definitely going to have... ooh, sorry, I just had a hiccup. This is definitely going to have a pretty pronounced effect on the battle for the lead if he holds these guys up too much.
Yes, I know. Seems as though Class isn't really getting away up front though at the moment.
No, I'm just wondering if maybe it's too warm for those softy-wafty tyres he's got on. I'm not sure myself, I won't lie to you, Bradley. Campos down in last place.
To the surprise of who?
What? My nan. She's been dead for 3 years? That's a lie. I don't know how long she's been dead for. Enrique Ruiz bangs in the fastest lap in a 121.2. He's definitely doing his best to keep Class in touch. I'm just wondering if maybe that long straight is giving them what they need. Oh, that's Kinnaman. Up the inside of Lopez, and he still can't do it. Oh, okay, he's got it done now.
Yeah, there we go then. As it turned into the second bit and he had the outside line, he was able to carry more speed, pinch Lopez on the apex, and also pinch 5th position from him. As Adrian Simon looks up the inside, but it's very tricky to overtake him today. That's a really tight right-hander actually, isn't it?
Oh, Kanga on the outside of that double apex. You never see that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful move there from the Estonian. Perez, can he fight his way back around the outside? He absolutely can't. And Amar Kanga through into 8th then. Perez now under pressure from his teammate.
Yeah, so his tyres now are going to have a bit of dust and maybe possibly marbles on there, because once you take the outside line, your tyres pick up all kinds of dirt.
Yeah, they certainly do. We'll be hoping to keep us on the back then. So these guys are really close back in actually, because there was a bit of a gap between Perez and Zazolia.
There was, now there's not. That's probably from eating too many vegetables.
Up front then, Class Fenster still leading, but a gap less than a second to Enrique Ruiz. I should imagine Ruiz's V12 and the slipstream is probably keeping him in this at the moment. Nathaniel Powers and Lewis Ellington not too far back either.
Sorry, Simon up the inside there of JML, and he gets the move done.
Yeah, indeed he does then. So Adrian Simon goes through into 6th position then, and made that look a damn sight easier than Timo Kinnaman did.
Glass has dropped a couple of tenths this lap as well, so I'm just wondering if maybe he's feeling the pressure from behind. Obviously, not just constructors, but also a driver's title hanging in the balance today. Like, not to be won, but still pretty tense battle up front.
Well, I mean, it could be won, but only by Ruiz today then.
Oh, of course, he leads the bloody thing, doesn't he?
He does.
Wow, that's epic.
Yeah, so
I do my research.
I mean, obviously this was covered in
no, Belgium.
No. You gonna let me finish, or do you want to just talk over me all the time?
I kind of want to do the second one.
Do you know, I thought you would.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, it was kind of covered in the pre-race info, but Ruiz can win it here today. So if he wins the race, he needs, well, I mean, if he wins the race, Powers is out of the championship. But he will only take the title if Class is 6th or lower. If Ruiz is 2nd, he needs Class 9th or lower, and Powers 4th or lower. And if Ruiz is 3rd, he cannot win the championship today, and he will go on to the final race in Brazil. In the Constructors' Championship, Downton need to make sure they don't lose more than 17 points to Franklin. At the moment, that would be the case, and Downton would be champions. If it finished as it started, that would be the case. Downton would be champions. Essentially, they just, even if Franklin lands 1-2, Downton need 3rd and 4th today, and that will be enough for them to take the Constructors' title.
As long as they don't fall off the road.
Yes, as long as they don't do a Belgian.
If they do a Belgium, I would love to see Brad. I'd love to see you just fire them both.
Well,
Just
if they,
bin them all.
I mean, obviously it was announced on the eve of this race then that both drivers have been signed for 2020. If they do a Belgium again, that may be rescinded.
You could swap with my lineup. I've got a fairly strong lineup.
Giordano and
Beckenbauer.
Maybe. We'll see.
We've got some. There are some very exciting, unconfirmed.
There's 65 laps for them not to screw it up yet. So here we go.
That's quite a few.
As Klaas
60.
rapidly losing ground then to Enrique Ruiz. Ruiz now just sort of right in his wheel tracks.
Yeah, definitely. Power's surprisingly not going up with Ruiz though. So I think you could be right. It's that power unit in the back of that Franklin it's really doing favours for them.
Yeah,
well, for Ruiz, Kinnaman is bad.
The power unit and the fact that he's been able to keep within Klaas's slipstream. I mean, you look at Kinnaman, he's not being able to get the same lap, but then he is 3 seconds behind Ellington. There's no car in front of him to punch a hole in the air.
He's actually dropped a second to Ellington since I last checked the timings. Who also, to be fair, Ellington is now within like 6/10 of Powers, which is I
I mean, to be honest, he has been since the start. Ellington is on the soft tyres.
Yeah, so is Klaas though.
He is, yeah, but Klaas is. I think it's difficult leading here in Mexico because of that massively long straight. You don't get that chance to break away even on the soft tyres.
True.
You know, the slipstream is massively effective.
Yeah, because I mean, you see here, like the gap's up to like 6/10, like through the middle sector.
Yeah, but look at the time straight away that Ruiz is taken out of it. Even Powers.
That's what I was gonna say, mate.
In fact, Ruiz is getting really close now. I wonder if he's going to take a look. Down the inside pass for side into turn 1, not quite close enough then, but
Oh, as we've got maybe Kanga going for a move on Lopez. No, he's a
you sense it might not be far away though for Ruiz trying to take the lead this one back.
Quite possibly, but then, you know, is that going to have an adverse effect on his race? Just wondering if
it could be that no one driver is able to really break away here.
I'm just wondering if, because this really puts Klaas in a tricky situation, because he's going to have to pit first, which is going to surrender that slipstream, but also he will have wasted an entire stint not making any time up on Ruiz.
That's exactly the issue I think we're facing here, and it's, yeah, I really don't think this is helping Klaas's position whatsoever.
No. Right, so we've got a 6/10 gap. Yeah, Ruiz is, again, always like a tenth, maybe half a tenth closer, but it's not massive. I wonder if he's going to get another good run. He's got a fantastic launch up of that final corner, actually.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he? And Ruiz then trimming the gap all the time, getting closer and closer to the rear wing of that Downton.
Trimming hedges.
Ruiz pulls out ever so slightly.
Here he goes.
Oh, he looks for it, but Klaas shuts the door then, and Ruiz just needs to bide his time. He's got an advantage in the championship now. He doesn't have to take silly risks.
No.
But mind you, if it finishes like this, the gap does go down to 2 points. So maybe he does. But
yeah, he can afford one race where he finishes second to Klaas. Obviously, we all know Enrique Ruiz. He'll be looking to win. But yeah, he knows that it's not worth throwing away championship contention just for a silly overtake, and that defensive move, to be fair, was, you know, it was very nice from Klaas, but it just lets Ruiz know that Klaas knows that he's there.
And the thing is as well, he's Ruiz and Franklin have been incredibly strong here in the past.
That is true. Hey, there's Kinnaman just vibing in the back. He's 4 seconds back on Ellington now. This is embarrassing.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Sorry, Tumo. You're always welcome back at my team mode. Okay. Just maybe don't sign for a top team again.
Well, I think he'd be alright. As Ruiz closes in once again on Klaas and then looks to the inside, but well, I mean, made that look far too late.
Yeah, definitely. If he'd have kept his foot in instead of backing out early, then he might have actually had a shot at taking that place.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at previous form. Enrique Ruiz has won here twice then, in 2014 and 2015. Franklin, as a team, have won here 3 times consecutively from 2014 to 2016. So, always been a strong track, this one for Franklin, even in 2016 when their season was rather hopeless, as you know, as Franklin go. They still finished 4th, I think, in the championship.
Yes, they did. That was my little addition.
Yep, wonderful insight there, as usual. Thank you, Lily.
You're welcome! I'm surprised the slipstream is having such a pronounced effect as Powers bangs in.
I was going to say, I mean, there you go. I think that shows you how effective the slipstream's being. Yeah, Powers in 3rd place at the fast lap. Also, I think that goes to show Ruiz on the inside. As Ruiz goes down the inside and he's through really before the corner, and Enrique Ruiz then takes the lead here in Mexico. And I think those soft tyres are absolutely done.
Already, that would put him on like a 7-stop strategy.
Yeah,
if he was to pit now, that would. So he's in for a bit of a long afternoon if this is how quickly his tyres are going to go off.
Yeah, it's not looking good, is it? And well, I mean, let's see how close he sticks to Ruiz now then. Because if he can hold it with him and get back within range on the straight.
Yeah, what I was going to say is I'm surprised that the slipstream is having such a pronounced effect, given the high altitude here. The air's a bit thinner. I suppose the other danger of that is running in the dirty air of another car drastically reduces your already limited capacity for cooling.
It does, and trashes tyres.
It's true. So class is just over half a second back. Let's see what kind of run. Oh, Enrique Ruiz with the 20.9.
Yeah, straight away then into the 1 minute 20s. But
he's got that run though.
Yeah, class closing in on the start finish straight. Is he going to take a look into turn 1?
No.
No, he's not.
He's going to just bide his time. Just wonder if maybe he's just, I don't know. He had a good enough run to launch a move. Maybe he wants to cool his tyres down before he gets in front. But he won't do that in the dirty air.
I was going to say, he's not going to manage that though, is he? At all. While sitting behind Ruiz.
Maybe he's just driving like a pussy.
What this has done is it's allowed Nathaniel Powers to close to within a second of the race lead.
Yeah, now it's really on!
Even Ellington's there, and Kinnaman isn't, but there we go.
Kinnaman's now almost 5 seconds back from Ellington. What can I say but yikes, bro?
I have to say, I think this is really showing. Obviously, yes, Ellington's on the soft side. I think this is really showing the Ellington in good light. He's doing better in a Meteor than he is in a race leading Franklin.
He has got softer tyres and a slipstream.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's worth that much per lap. I think he's lost half a second per lap, basically, to Ellington.
Yeah, it's not great, is it? As Class 1 Showdown was around the same amount of time behind Ruiz as he was last lap. He's about half a second, closing all the time then. Is he going to take a look? He's really right up the rear wing of Enrique Ruiz, but once again, Class decides not to.
Your voice went all crackly in the middle of that. Like a robot. Beep, bop, boop.
He's blame the microphone.
Blame Martin Brundle.
The microphone.
Martin Brundle it is. Yeah, and these 4 are absolutely human centipede now then. They've really closed up.
Do you know, I knew that was coming. I was just waiting for that.
You were like, oh no, these 4 are really close together. She's going to say it. And do you know what? I'd do it again.
What, you do the human centipede again?
Yeah, gladly. It's so much fun. Powers does seem to lose a little bit of time middle sector there, so I'm just wondering if the pronounced effect of the dirty air from 2 cars in front as opposed to 1, yeah, I wonder if that's a thing.
Yeah, possibly.
Science.
What I will say is, I get the impression from just 12 laps of racing, we might be in for a really long afternoon. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of overtaking going on here. As then Class Schneider though pulls out alongside Enrique Ruiz, and he's through. Or is he? Ruiz back around the outside of turn 1. Class has the outside of turn 2. Will pinch Ruiz on the apex, and through he goes then. Class takes back the lead here in Mexico.
It's going to be a long afternoon. There won't be much overtaking.
Oh look, an overtake.
To be fair, I'd like to see what's happening in the midfield a bit more. I know obviously this is the title fight, but
yeah,
has Kanga got past Perez? Yeah.
He's been past Perez for ages.
Yeah, I remember now.
Lopez he's been stuck behind for the last
15
million laps.
Stop exposing me like this.
You're exposing yourself.
That's true, and I get arrested for it, but man, it's so much fun. I'm just eating these Doritos. I think I ate all of my Maltesers last night.
You know, now I want food. Do you reckon we could order pizza?
They don't do pizza in Mexico, just tacos. Do you reckon they have a Taco Bell here?
Hang on, they do pizza in Mexico. I've seen a Domino's.
Ah, doo-doo.
Really?
This is interesting. Oh no, they're just not at the end of the straight yet. It's deceptively long, this straight, I must say.
It's kind of boringly long. You get halfway down it and you're like, we're at the end. Oh no.
Oh no, yeah, there's still a bit more to go. Man, this is the hard part, driving in a straight line. The Alfa Romeo unit seems to actually lose time on the straights. It's something. It's quite impressive.
You sound surprised.
Yeah, because I thought they had a pretty good car unit last year.
It's not their first year.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it's they ran last year, maybe, sort of, I don't know, just a hunch.
They did, yeah, you're quite right, actually.
I got bunches of hunches. These four are still close together. Oh, I baited you. You thought I was going to say it.
I did. I was just about to talk over you, and like, you know, so that you didn't. But
you like pressed you on.
Yeah, precisely. Is Kevin closing back in on these guys, Bill?
Ever so slightly. Keeps this up, he might be done by the end of the season.
Well, he'll definitely be done at Franklin by the end of the season. As Enrique Ruiz then right up close, and he's down the inside, sticks his nose down the inside of Fast Range Snowhide, up on the curve at turn 1, but doesn't pull that one off then. Klaus squeezes him, and he's determined not to give this one up again, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. He's putting up a bit more of a fight, which you love to see, but I just can't help but wonder if it's going to end in tears at some point.
Well, it did in Italy.
It did, it's true.
But at least they both made it past the first lap here.
Yeah, they've made it past, like, at least 3 of them. That phrase technically isn't wrong.
I mean, it's not. No.
Could
it's
have
just
been more
a bit weird.
Maybe.
I'll tell you what,
yeah.
If these two do come together and Powers wins the race, we've got a brilliant title decider set up in Brazil.
I mean, it's already going to be pretty close, I think.
Well, if it finishes like this...
Powers...
Well, yeah, it'd be 2 points between Klaus and Ruiz, but I think... Ooh, I don't know. I'm sure Powers will be really far behind.
Bradley, go and do maths.
I shall go and do maths. You do race.
Ah, they are racing. And now we've got Ruiz closing in on Klaus-Van Schnellheim. He's not going to make a move to the inside. He's going to follow him through the first, the second, and the third corner. Bit of a challenging sequence of turns, I must confess. Now onto the second straight. No DRS in this series, of course. Coming down into a heavy braking zone. This is the middle sector now, and they are just... Oh, huh? It's actually not the middle sector, fun fact.
Yeah, you can stop now.
Nobody enjoyed that. I enjoyed it.
So, if it finishes as it is, Ruiz will lead Klaus by 2 points. Powers will still be 23 off the lead.
Ah, physically possible, but quite undoable.
mathematically possible.
Ah, yeah, I meant. Whoops. Fuck!
Yes, quite right.
Has anyone noticed how the Baskin-Robbins logo looks like 1312?
Yep, I was just going to say though, I've just noticed Lewis Ellington has his pink trousers on today.
Who has his pink trousers on?
Lewis Ellington.
Oh. Why is he one? Why?
Why not?
Class pits. Class pits on lap 16.
Oh dear.
So that's a 3 stop.
Oh dear.
16, 32, 48. Oh, no, that's a 4 stop. Steam on pits as well. So that's a 4 stop strategy for these soft tyres.
Oh,
really high levels of wear for these guys.
Yeah, so he's fed back out in 9th then. He's got he's got a bit of clear air to be fair. He's got 5 seconds behind Neutral Alvarez, 5-6 seconds in front of Zazolia. Unlike Simon, who has come out right behind Nikolai Milkovic and a train of midfield cars.
We've got Zylander going up the inside there over Lopez down into turn 1, and he takes that 14th position very cleanly.
Yeah, Zylander making great progress then. His qualifying was really disappointing. Like Halverson, just absolutely couldn't hook it up. But up from 21st into 14th now then.
And also, Campos moves off the back spot. He's now in 25th.
Because Giordano pitted?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, does it count? Really?
No. Yeah, I'm just wondering if Klaas might have maybe wanted a bit of a bit of a slipstream. To try and because we've got Lewis Ellington. Oh, a lap
so
later.
Ellington managed to go a lap longer then.
Oh. If he can do that for his other...
It's still a 4 stop.
No, 18,
68.
36, 54. What is your math? 68?
Yeah.
18, 36, 54.
I mean, it was lap 17. It was the
17.
end of lap 17.
Oh, I didn't read that. You can't blame me because I can't read. A ableist. Oh, as we've got Simon looking to make moves on... I think that's Milky Tits. I said that.
And round the outside?
As he goes round the outside.
Milkovic sods him right off.
He really just showed him the middle finger there and cut him completely off. But he's entitled to do so. That is for position at the moment.
Absolutely, as Kanga's pitted as well then and rejoined in 17th place. Where did Ellington... So Ellington came back out 7th then, 4 seconds behind last man Calvo. He was a lot closer before the stops.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering. Oh, actually, that's a good point. And Klaas has gained a couple of seconds since his pit stop, so I think the undercut here is very powerful. So,
yeah, so maybe that first set of tyres just really weren't working for him.
I think it's probably more to do with the high levels of tyre wear. You think?
I'm trying to G it up a bit because as it stands, it looks as though the soft tyre runners are going to be absolutely hopeless. But Klaas went down bangs in the fastest lap, and that's a second quicker than anything we've seen so far.
Oh wow, Kanga just going into the arena section there, around the outside of the Andromeda of Hoskins. Of course, Andromeda in their first and final season. As it was announced recently. Shame to see them go, as Zylander feeds into the pit, and now Kanga wants to make a move on fucking Garcia. Oh, that wasn't.
that's not his name. It's Gabrielli, but there we go. And through into 14th place then goes Alar Kanga after his first pit stop. Next target is Mario on Lopez, and Lopez also has already pitted then.
Yeah, as Simon, it looks like, has dispatched that Chima and is now setting about the likes of Mats and Lilly Ingram.
Certainly is, his class is already onto the back of Alexander Zazolia and his teammate Felix Perez there. So Class will be wanting to dispose of these two firsts pretty quickly.
Absolutely. Obviously he's going to have to watch out because at some point he is going to stumble across Kinnaman acting as a bit of a chicane.
I mean, to be fair, he's kind of stabilised now. He's 6 seconds off the lead.
Howes is very close to Ruiz.
He is. That's
that
why.
was the entrance straight.
There we go. So he's used all of the slipstream.
Yeah, these two still going hammer and tong. They're pretty much matching each other second
Oh,
to
there we
second.
go. Class goes past Zazolya then, so he's up into 5th. So that's one
Done it.
first. Oh no, Zazolya's got him back. As we're watching Adrian Simon then pass Jean Matson for 10th place, and he's done that very, very early on down the straight.
Yeah, I just thought it was exciting because they were a bit squeezy by the pit wall, but sorry, I had a weird like keep going. Class is doing that in a very unorthodox manner, but it works for him. He gets
Isn't
it
it?
done.
Yes.
He's got a couple seconds to, well, about a second now to close back in on Perez, but shouldn't be undoable.
No, but that's cost him about 2 seconds, that move on Zazolya.
Yeah, can't be losing time like that, especially since he's in the pits again in like just over another 10 laps.
Lap
Say it like
34
that.
should be a
Does
second stop.
Lap 32, he pitted on lap 16.
Yep, I'm looking at the ones for those who pitted on lap 17.
Silly as frick. See, that was appropriate for Ahmed.
Yeah,
Ahmed, you can enjoy that one.
Those who pitted on lap 17 will still be doing 4 stops. It'd be 17, 34, 51, 68.
I didn't notice, Bradley, that the AMRs qualified today, both of them. First time of the season.
No, it's not.
Second time of the season.
No, they've definitely both qualified a few times. As class match now then breezes past Felix Perez on straight press. He's going to try and go back out around the outside of turn 1. I think he was, but he locked up and rather fluffed that one.
He was right at the edge of grip, which I think says more about his tyres than his car. As Alvarez up the inside of
Simon's hit Halverson. Adrian Simon then, while trying to follow Alvarez through on Johan Halverson, has run into the back of the North Star. Luckily, it looks as though they've both got away with it.
I have developed new driving technique. You cannot press the driver in front, you merely hit them out of the way.
I have to say, Halverson did a stellar job to keep that on the track then.
He did, honestly.
Especially on the braking.
Yeah, he's done bits for himself there. That's the leaders.
It is back up to the leaders then. Onto lap 22. Enrique Ruiz still leading. Nathaniel Powers still closing in all the time down the start-finish straight, but not able to do anything with it.
Send it. Amazon next day delivery, Nathaniel. Does he like being called Nate?
No.
What about his boy?
And
Definitely
it's
not.
suddenly no longer safe for Ahmed.
Yeah, back to NSFA.
Do you reckon he's the sorry, that's Adrian Simon then trying to make a move on Alvarez, but Alvarez, I think as you said, Matson did, really squeezes him to the inside, and that might cost Simon the run down to turn 1. It has indeed. There's Halverson coming under pressure from Mario on Lopez, and but unsurprisingly, JML can't get that move done.
There's Simon on the sub, yeah.
Yeah.
So Mathershaw with a very brave call. Sorry, DS Mathershaw Automobiles with a very brave call this afternoon. There's again Halverson coming under pressure. Those medium tyres, I think maybe start to let go.
Yeah, as sorry, I've just noticed Ellington through past both Perez and Zolya now as well.
Well done, butter my bum.
But since being in clear air, Class isn't really gaining much more time.
No, he's had a few laps and he's only gained a second, so I'm just wondering if he took a little too much, because that was, I mean, the move on Perez wasn't really so demanding, but the move on Zazolya. Oh, you just said Ellington's passed you first, didn't you?
I did.
Just noticed that. I was about to call it out, and then I like listened to you in the past, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You
So,
silly.
I mean, what are we looking at here? Do we think we're looking at Class is kind of out of this now for a race win already?
Quite possibly. He could be okay, as we've got, yeah, Simon manages to get that inside line, goes, just sails past Sergio Alvarez, who's going to try around it. Oh, as, sorry, JML also goes past Halverson and takes the last points paying position for the moment.
And Kanga's done Matson.
Oh, well, what they do in their own time.
No, it was on track.
Oh, dirty boys.
He's done him for 12.
Yo, that's not how racing's meant to work. Powers has lost a lot of time in the middle sector here. Now, if they don't peel into the pits, Class is out of the race. Ah, that's... Yikes.
He's not
So-
out of the race.
He's out of the race in the win. Okay, Bradley, I'm sorry.
Out of the-
I'm sorry I didn't say it right for your such a white boy.
Shut your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite right. So these guys are now on to what is this two-stop strategy, isn't there?
24, 48, 72. So a bad afternoon goes to work, becomes even worse for Glass. Yeah, surely now he's gonna have to pull something out. Either that or hope that the boys in front of him fall off the road. At this rate, he might not even get in front of Kinnaman. Oh, JML up the inside of Sergio Alvarez, and it is done before the straight, before the corner even. They're on the straight.
Yeah. So as so just looking at the championship, then if it finishes as it is at the moment, with Ruiz winning from Powers and Klaas down in fourth, well, because Ruiz wins, Nathaniel is out of the championship, and Klaas would be 22 points behind going to Brazil.
That is a big ask.
Well, yeah, I mean that pretty much hands it to Ruiz, doesn't it?
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's certainly not ideal. And also, oh no, never mind. Shut up.
What were you going to say?
I was about to say, and also this is big for the constructors, but it's not, because I just remembered the whole third and fourth thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, Powers is within a couple of tenths. That must have been at the end of the straight.
Yep, based on where these boys are, these little children.
Yeah, being fooled by the timing screen there as, yeah, quite right. So the constructors can only need third and fourth even in ranking 1-2, so...
What is interesting is that Ruiz and Powers actually have just about, I think, got the gap to come out in front of the firsts, so they don't have to worry about that either. Never mind, the firsts are on the same tyres anyway.
Yeah, quite right.
But they will come out behind Ellington, who has to pit in like 7 laps anyway, so... No, 8, no, 9. Between 7 and 9. Okay, say that.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with that.
Oh, you sound like a robot again, Bradley. You should get that
do I?
diagnosed. No, not anymore. This really is an emotional roller coaster, Bradley, I tell you. Okay, and they carry on. That's do you wonder if they're going for the one stop just to really rub salt in the wound for Klaas, who has caught them by about half a second this lap?
I mean that would really be the kick in the nuts, wouldn't it? I mean they are nearly now. Well, this is already 10 laps longer than the first of the soft autodromes.
You'd imagine they are due to be in any lap now, really, because they're still matching each other like sector for sector, lap for lap. These two are Powers is determined not to let go of the back of that car.
Which is great, but he actually needs to get past it.
If only you'd put the drivers on, like, you know, each other's strategies. If you'd swap the driver strategies around.
At this point, I'm not entirely sure that would have made any difference. It just means that Klaas would be... Well, because Klaas was ahead, wasn't he?
Yeah, but you want that driver's title, don't you, Bradley? You want it.
We do.
I can smell it, Bradley. Oh
yeah,
no, sorry.
Okay, I see your point.
Right. Here we go, into the pits. Nope. Boy, I think they're gonna try and do it.
Well, if we analyse previous results...
You just... Sorry, yeah.
Ah, Kinnaman pits! Kinnaman pits from third then on the medium tyres.
So he's decided to stop. But that was it. It was probably the team's call, to be fair. Just wonder if they're trying to, if they're using him as like a guinea pig to see how the cold medium tyres do. He feeds out just behind the firsts. Actually, that's not too bad.
Yeah, interestingly, neither of them pit then. So
Kinnaman, despite having the worst pace of the front runners, took the most out of his tyres and pit first, or he's being used as a bit of a buffer. Hopefully, maybe using those fresh tyres. No, there's no way that would work. I don't know.
That's very odd. What are you going to use those fresh tyres for?
don't want to know, Bradley. No,
But actually, to be fair, we have seen the undercut quite powerful here.
Yeah, but I would expect these guys to hit any lap now if that's if
But
they've just synced it.
If he can gain a few seconds on that undercut, do it again on the next stim.
Oh, you could be right actually.
As indeed,
yeah,
in come Ruiz and Powers then. The race leaders in for their first stops.
Yeah, oh, and they're in pretty close pit boxes as well. Crews will be able to see each other. It's a nice stop for Ruiz, for Franklin even. It's a bit of a long stop there for Downton actually.
Yeah, not quite as quick from Downton.
Class goes through then into the lead of the race for the next 4 laps. Ellington goes through into second. This is a big moment for Meteor.
Can we just like throw the checker flag now?
I'm gonna vote no.
Aww.
Sorry, Chief.
As the two firsts dive in as well then, so yeah, so that was the limit of the medium tyre. So surely those on the hard tyre will pull off the one stopper. Although I think the highest place for them is Matson in 11th, 10th.
That's not a bad
Ninth.
though. Ninth. That's when you consider that. I mean, for example, Kanga, Simon in front of him have to make 3 more stops. He has to make 1. Like that's not bad.
Yeah, I suppose we started 12th, didn't he? So well, we'll have to see if that one pays off for him. As James Vasquez seems to be struggling with Rodolfo de la Fuente.
Every 5 minutes or so, your mic just spazzes out. You just sounded like you were plugging in a jack to a guitar app. It's oddly specific, but anyone who's done it knows what I mean. Like when you get that feedbacky sound.
Yeah, no, I actually know it. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've heard that noise before.
Yeah, so these 6, 7 cars now, absolutely human centipede. There's really no separating the bunch of them. Mind you, Garcia, the leader of the train, is doing his best to pull away. Look at him, I love seeing him.
Oh my god!
Timo Kinnaman bangs in the fastest lap, and he's within 4 seconds of Powers now, 3 seconds even.
Yeah, so I mean that's already half of the gap. He was 6, 7 seconds behind.
Yeah, I mean he still is 6. Oh, I think that might be to do more with Powers' pit stop actually.
Oh, that's true. It was quite a sluggish stop, wasn't it?
And don't forget he's had a lap to warm his tyres. That said, you know they're both going to be off with a 2-stop anyway, so Kinnaman's only done himself a favour by pitting earlier. Yellow flag in second 3 here. Who's dropping down the order? It's a long. It's out for a while. Oh, we got Vasquez now. It's all going off now. Vasquez up the inside of Hoskins, I want to say. Going down that long straight. And he's just in front before they get down to turn 1. He presumes the racing line. Cleanly done there. By the young, is he Spanish? Spaniard.
Who?
Vasquez.
Colombian.
The young Colombian.
It's alright, no one knows. We'll edit that out.
Yeah, edit that one out. That's a job for post.
Oh, sorry, I've just been told this is live.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, and that pass was on De La Fuente anyway, so fuck me, right? Brilliant stuff. You love to see it. Osterberger, sorry, not in last. Campos, not in last.
Brilliant. Why is Halverson back down in 24? What's gone wrong there?
That might have been the yellow flag. I'm just thinking.
There was a yellow flag?
Yeah, I said yellow flags. Did you listen to me at all?
No.
Yellow flag in second 3. It's gone now because it was like 2 laps ago. But
okay.
Yeah, I think that's the reason. As Ruiz is right on the back of Ellington now, then pretty much within a second. Yeah, he's just broken that second barrier. Powers needs to go with him a bit quicker than this because he's just dropped a little bit more time to Kinnaman.
Yeah, Ruiz has a buffer now though, doesn't he? You know,
yeah,
back
exactly.
to Powers. So does he really need to risk a silly and potentially dangerous move on Ellington when, let's be fair, Ellington's going to pit and that is Halverson without a front wing and Alvarez as well.
Oh, I wonder what's gone on there, Bradley. Oh, it's Vasquez up the inside of Hoskins maybe. Now that turns to the outside of this little slow section. Can't really put 2 cars side by side through here, but they're going to do it anyway. Vasquez sweeps around the outside of Hoskins and takes that position. That was lovely.
Yeah, Vasquez then pulling off some brilliant little moves recently, and that was behind him. That was Zylander going around the outside of Will Hoskins. And I was going to say Ruiz doesn't really need to risk anything, but well, he's already frisked.
That's about as clean as it gets.
Yeah.
Crucially, because Ruiz, I was just going to say once we got back onto that topic, he doesn't want Powers to get that slipstream back. Right now, he's in the hot seat. As
this is what happened then. So Zylander, Alvarez spun, and Halverson couldn't really avoid him.
I mean, he could have not driven forwards. He saw him. I'm not going to lie to you, Bradley.
Alright, maybe you could have avoided him.
Silly news. Not you, Halverson. But now they'll have a nice fun race at the back.
I'll tell you what, this second stint is going far better for Ruiz than it is for Powers, isn't it? It's some 4 seconds up the road now.
Yeah, he's 4 seconds back now. And Kinnaman is now just over, I'd say that's about 3 seconds, yeah. No, it's about, well, there was 3.5 a couple laps ago.
Ruiz is catching class as well. So there we go. So well, that's why then Enrique Ruiz pops in the fastest lap at 19.7.
It's odd to see that the Franklin cars have come alive much more than the Downton ones in this second stint here. I don't know what's working for them, but something is. If only we had some kind of analyst on the pit wall.
Yes, and now down to Rob in the... Oh, no, wait. Alex? No. I mean, we've got a headset down there.
They probably just kept drinking the beers.
We could just throw down to the headset.
Yeah. I will do that. Okay, headset down to you. I'm doing the noises of the engines because it's a funny little bit.
I'll be honest, I thought that was a wheel gun.
Well, there's no one in the pits, Bradley. What, are you retarded? Well, that's me having just made engine noises into my microphone.
That sounded more like a wheel gun.
Well,
first contact! That is Zylander into the back of Vasquez then. So all of the Colombian's work comes undone as he drove back onto the track as well, in front of Will Hoskins.
Giordano's having none of it.
And, oh no! That's Giordano, and so it's Giordano out the race, and that is one of the AMRs as well. Will Hoskins also out. Where are the leaders in all of this? Class pits! Someone tell Class about that, and he just decided nope.
But here comes Ruiz. Oh, you can't script this. You can't script
Enrique Ruiz then into the accident zone. Hoskins is parked in the middle of the track, but Ruiz absolutely perfectly weaves his way through it. Ellington follows him through. Powers, I think he's gained a little bit of time in all of that.
He certainly
did initially.
As yeah, wow, yeah, that's not Giordano, that's Hunter Ryan then, out of the V-Prix. Glass very cautious through there, just wanting to avoid any debris on his new tyres.
Yeah, so it was, yeah, so apologies to Giordano then, obviously it was, as you just mentioned, it was Hunter Ryan. Will Hoskins and Finn Schneider also involved in that one then.
Yeah, a few guys probably, yeah, they're going to have to pick the damage they've sustained as well.
Yeah, Giordano and Vasquez, so both Ocelots tangled up in that one.
Yeah,
that was a pretty quick stop from Giordano. Oh, soft tyres, yeah. So both of them seem to get away with it as Ellington dives in then. The end of lap 33, so he's not managed to extend this stint.
No. Hang on. No, he hasn't. But, I mean, it doesn't make much of a difference, I don't think.
Well, I mean, no. You know, it's the difference between a 4-stop and a 4-stop, so there we go. Lopez and Kanga follow him in then.
What's left is the bit? Oh, soft tyres?
Yeah.
Question mark.
So, class rejoined in...
here we go.
So here we go. So this is Zylander into the back of Vasquez, and then manages to just drive by and pass him.
I like the fact that, yeah, he's ended up in 13th. He's perfectly fine.
And he's, yeah, behind him there was like absolute chaos.
He doesn't take the shit, he just starts it.
Yeah, certainly seems that way. The two... Oh, we have a yellow flag in the middle sector.
Sector?
Oh!
Who's
is that
there?
Franklin? That's a Franklin! It's Timo Kinnaman then. Timo Kinnaman is out of the race here in Mexico. And that is a collision
with Zylander.
I was going to say, that's one of the Phoenix cars, isn't it?
Must be Alvarez.
I think it's Alvarez.
Yeah. We can't see. I can actually smell the shit that just came out of Jamie there. Yeah, it's Alvarez.
Yeah, certainly is then. So Zylander tried to lap him around the outside and just left him no room.
Yeah. Wow, very nice driving from the pit, proving why he's in the top team. That puts the ball slightly back in Downton's court now then.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what, that gives us a tremendous advantage in the Constructors' Championship, so...
Just removes one of those physical buffers as well that Enrique Ruiz had to Powers. Obviously, he would have, with that undercut on the next stint, probably would have had to clear Kinnaman.
Well...
As Patson being overtaken by Simon or Kanga.
It also allows Class back up into third.
Yeah, that's true. Which is quite, I hadn't thought of that. Which
is going to be, you know, we're going to give him more points in the Drivers' Championship. Just in terms of the constructors now then, Franklin can only score a maximum of 25, so Downton need just 9 points now to take the championship.
Well, I think they might do that.
Here's hoping.
I'm surprised that we haven't seen a good old-fashioned Kinnaman for Milkovic swap. No.
Really?
You know, Milkovic is the most successful Enrique Ruiz teammate that's not Wagner, so...
Or Hoskins.
Bro, you don't count. I don't want to talk about that season.
What, 2014?
I don't ever want... Yep.
Why not? What's wrong with that season?
Just disgusting.
Class is closing in ever so slightly on the leaders then. The gap now under 15 seconds.
By the time his next pit stop comes around, he might be within striking distance.
Yeah, maybe just about.
He's catching it by a couple of tenths. It's not quite enough to do anything substantial, but just keeping you updated on the stats. And he's lost those couple of tenths as well. Oh no, he's back.
Shut your face.
Oh, this is exciting.
Zylander pits.
Is he on the hard tyres?
I don't know. I'm wondering if he's run into anyone.
Well.
While he was in the pits, I mean. You know, just like seen his Jackman and just gone, I'm having you.
Oh no, that sounds horrendously homosexual. Oh my god, that's gonna be that's gonna go on my gravestone. Horrendously homosexual. Oh, as I bring up my finances for some reason.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't do that. Ellington's now 12 seconds back from Class, so he's definitely lost out in this quarter. We say this all the time about the sort of like upper midfield teams, don't we?
I say what? I wasn't listening. Sorry.
They can stick with the top guys in the opening stint.
Yeah.
And then after that, they just kind of seem to fall away.
Yeah, between the pit crews, having to get the tyres back into operating ranges, having to work their way through traffic with a slightly slower car than the front running guys, it's like a cascade effect. All these little things add up. Yeah. Mind you, Simon, Kanga and Lopez are in the right little scrap here.
Yeah, I think in fact,
obviously Simon's
Kanga's just gone past Lopez straight, is he not?
He has.
I'm sure I just saw him shoot up on the timing screen.
Oh, unbelievable. Yeah, sorry, yeah, I didn't realise you were waiting for me to say something.
Yeah.
Yes, he has. I love the little strat that the first boys have got going on. By the way, you've got Perez leading because he's a bit quicker, and but keeping Zazolia in touch with the slipstream there. Very effective actually.
Well, those two have literally been like that since the start of the race. It's quite incredible actually.
It's
they
nice
even
to see after
together.
earlier in the season the first boys actually behaving themselves. I think Mr. Blocker has had some words. And he's actually set out a pretty nice strategy for his boys today. On for, at the moment, touch wood, a fairly strong result.
Yeah, they had a few incidents early in the year, didn't they?
Yeah, they had a couple of collisions, which obviously team principal Adam definitely wasn't. Oh, here we go. They must have heard me. I'm so sorry. Right,
But thankfully, they didn't come together.
Yeah. Instead, Zolia has just basically put his teammate right in the in the sights of Simon.
Yeah. Zolia saw Simon in his mirror, didn't he, and went, "Oh
yeah.
shit!"
Oh, Simon's just gone right up the inside there, and now he's in the. Gets a bit squeezed on the exit, but he's still there.
Yeah, and Perez all over the curve on the inside. We've seen that outside line be very effective, and indeed, through goes Adrian Simon. Perez slots in behind and loses 2 places in a matter of corners.
Yeah, he's not going to be very happy with that. Just as I was saying, they're running a great strategy. Zolia panics and decides to ditch on it, and funnily enough, they immediately lose a position. Right, gee, I wonder how that happened, gee.
Well, I think you'll be to blame there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get an angry. I'm gonna get like a fish head in the letterbox, just saying that wasn't very cash money of you. It's gonna explode. A fish head.
Okay.
Because nobody does horse heads anymore. That's too like 1970s.
Okay.
Maybe 80s.
Bit weird.
This is Milkovic.
Right.
Riding De La Fuente's bun for 10th place.
Oh, shite, yeah, it is. How are they 10? Oh, never mind.
He's on the hard tyres.
Hi, Rodolfo.
Matson should be in the pit soon, but he might have taken damage, which means that he doesn't need to pit anymore. To be fair, that's a pretty tidy one stop. You know, you need to be like lap 36, and that's lap 39. That's pretty much as bang on as it gets.
Well, yeah, certainly. So we've seen this.
Yeah, normally it's like way over.
North Star have had a bad race, haven't they?
Yeah, not the best. Halverson driving into a stationary car, and then what happened to Garcia again?
I don't know, but he's 18.
He's just having a bad time.
Yeah, just going back to first then, obviously, Perez has been retained for next year and will be joined at the team by Will Hoskins, meaning Alexander Zazolia is left without a seat, and I think he's probably, well, at this moment in time, that move on Perez was probably one of several things that he's using to try and put himself in the shop window to retain a drive for next year at all.
Yeah, obviously there is at least one new team coming in for 2020.
Do you know, in fact, as Adrian Simon drives clean around the outside of Zolia at turn 1, but Zolia, not having any of it, fights back and holds on to his 5th position. And, well, Simon is now coming under pressure from Felix Perez, and these 3 absolutely nose to tail. Zolia defends the inside line, Simon drives around the outside. And Perez going to get the chance to look at his teammates as well. Oh, they nearly come together then.
Obviously, Perez at his home race is not going to be very happy with being betrayed by Zazolia like that, but they need to be careful because now they've got Kanga and Lopez right on their little bum cheek.
Yeah, they've let Adrian Simon through and gone. And as you say, Kanga and Lopez, they were some seconds behind, now right with the pair of them.
Oh no. I've got a tummy ache and I've just been told that I need the loo.
Thanks for that.
Which can only mean one thing, Bradley. Why did I share that?
I don't really know.
Do you want to listen?
I can absolutely not. I can only apologise to everyone as Zazolia defends the inside line from Felix Perez. Perez loses out to Kanga then.
I've got to say, Zazolia really struggling to play the team game today. Obviously, I don't blame him. He's kind of been left out for next season. But also, he could be doing more to get himself a drive. Not being funny, based on their performances this season, I would absolutely choose Perez over Zazolia. Zazolia's been good for the team, sure, but he's had his time. Like, it's time to move on.
He is only like 21 still.
Oh no, I mean he's had his time with the
Something.
team. He can play
Oh.
for a bad team now.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously I've led you in beautifully, and you were just about to mention the new team, and then we had a bit of action, but yeah, coming back to that
did
now.
have some action, Bradley, but yeah. So what's it called? Arrow mechanics?
Yes.
Oh, which is I'm probably just gonna end up calling them arrows by accident.
We're all going to end up calling them arrows by accident.
It's
If the car's not orange and black, I'll be very disappointed. If the car is orange and black, they can expect a lawsuit.
It's gonna be like Intel blue and white, I think.
Yeah, from the logo I get that impression. As I'm just going to cut across a second. Alar Kanga looks to make the move on Zazolya then. He's through and clear up before turn 1. And Perez defends from Lopez as well then.
Hi, I'm Bradley. I'm going to announce that I'm interrupting myself.
I announced that I was interrupting you.
I wasn't speaking, it was you.
You were?
You were chatting about the logo and you're like, I'm just going to cut across. Like, what do you mean?
Alright, well I like to be polite to myself.
Oh, but yeah,
Shut your face and get on with it.
Arrow Mechanics, based in Germany. I think that would be our first German team. No? That's not. I don't know.
No, it won't be.
Sorry, I panicked. Yeah, no, don't. I don't want to speak, but I also do. I was going to say they might get in maybe a German driver for sponsorship reasons, but there's quite a lack of German talent on the grid.
Yep. The only like one has been signed.
There's two, Bradley. There's two.
Oh, there are two!
Yeah, they've both been signed. Unless he wants to go with, like, one of the little boys.
Sorry?
From the youth categories. You know? Go with one of the little boys.
Yes.
I'm going to pick up a child.
I was just going to say, just in terms of the leaders a minute, both Powers and Klaas looked as though they were closing on Ruiz. Powers was only 3.5 seconds behind, but he's just lost 2 seconds somewhere.
I think that might be to do with the lap traffic. Oh, that was a bit locked up there.
Traffic.
From, traffic. Yeah. Yeah.
That could be what that one is.
Oh, how do I? Oh, I can adjust the volume on my Google thing.
Wonderful.
Did you hear this?
Yes. Sounds like you're
Hey
playing
Google,
Pac-Man.
say
No.
Bradley, you're such a child. I'm using technology to pile you off, but you're the child.
Gap up front then, up to 6 seconds between Ruiz and Powers now. So, yeah, the Brit just struggling a little bit more with this traffic, it would seem.
Oh boy.
And,
yeah, I'm still.
I have to say, I was expecting a more feisty Nathaniel than this. If he lets Ruiz win this one, he's out of the championship.
Yeah, that's actually a good point, and he's not really showing that kind of fire that we've seen before in previous years.
Yeah, it's exactly that.
Oh, sorry, I've just been tagged in a very unflattering post from New Year's.
Delightful.
Yeah, it's not, actually. I'm gone in that picture. I mean, we're all not in a great state, but yikes. Anyway, enough about my
Perez.
Yeah, some things don't change from when I was last in the sport.
Perez right back up with Zazolya now then, but they've got Lopez there with them. The 2DS Mathershaws have come through all of these guys and absolutely vanished.
Yeah. Mind you, the guys in front really are setting a blistering pace. I feel like the Meteor and the Mathershaw cars any other season would be good enough to win races, genuinely. But Downton and Franklin have gone so far in front that like no one can keep up with them.
Oh, here we go, the two first side by side then.
There's the outside for turn 2. Lopez just sitting back, waiting for disaster to strike. No, Perez gets it done. very
Yeah.
cleanly.
You definitely sense Lopez was sat there then going, brilliant, this is my chance, and then suddenly he's like, they're still both running.
Yeah, there's Perez goes very defensive into that corner right there that I can't remember the fucking name of.
Well, I don't think any of them have named.
Turn 1, turn 2, there's also turn 3.
And Zolia went very wide as well, but Lopez couldn't take advantage of that one. Perez moved back up into 7th then.
Hermanos Rodriguez, that means Rodriguez brothers.
Well done.
Thanks, Dad. Bradley's pretty old, he's like 92.
He isn't.
But it's fun to pretend. We should be seeing some pit stops now in the next couple of laps. Of course, it'll be the final pit stop for most of the medium runners, excluding damage. But the soft tyres will have to make one more after this.
Yes.
So it's a bit of a bad afternoon for them. Oh, Zolia very close there to causing an accident. Lopez actually surprisingly kept it on the road despite the wash that would come over his front wing. We've reached a bit of a lull.
I was going to say, I think it's been... Oh, Lopez! Look at that then. Lopez up the inside of Zolia, tries the outside, so Zolia squeezes him. And but Lopez goes for a very late lunge around the outside. I mean, that's never going to work.
No, there's only so much you can do to pass a driver. You might just have to wait a little bit.
Yeah, I was just to say, I don't think it's only those on the soft tyre who are having a bit of a disappointing race. I think overall this has been a bit of a... Considering some of the races we've seen recently, this has been a little lackluster.
Bit of a yikes affair, I might say. One might say.
Yes, there's that's Enrique Ruiz then coming up to lap Nikolai Milkovic, who at this point last year was his teammate.
Yes, and now, how the mighty have fallen, or how the milky have fallen.
That was absolutely terrible. Milkovic though neatly gets out of the way for his former teammate. Obviously no bad blood there between the pair of them.
Yeah, no need for Ruiz to feel like he was rushing that move.
Anyway, Ruiz only has 2 more cars left to lap, and then he's got a bit of clear air.
Yeah, which he probably won't reach. I mean, he won't reach the guys in front of that. He'll just reach these 2 and then call it quits.
Oh, yeah, well, to lap them.
Yeah, he won't lap 9th place and upwards. Actually, maybe Lopez.
You just opened yawn. I was just about to say, yeah, maybe Lopez, because he's got to stop twice more, yeah, hasn't he?
Although if we're doing that, maybe also Simon on Kanga. Could you imagine? That'd be the first time Matashaw have been lapped while running normally. Powers gets a bit held up there. Powers gets very held up there by Milkovic. That's fast being held up by Campos. Yep.
I was going to say, if Powers is already at Milkovic, that gap is either considerably smaller than 7.5 seconds, or Milkovic has been very slow.
Which, to be fair, you know, he's in a Chima. To be fair, the Chima has a nice little livery. It's grown on me. I'm not normally a fan of red liveries, but recent. Oh, that's naughty.
Isn't it just?
He goes past Campos and unlaps himself in the process. I mean, I kind of admire the audacity of it, truthfully.
Do you know, I'd be slightly miffed about Campos holding up class if it wasn't for the fact that I don't think he's going to be anywhere other than 3rd at this point anyway.
I mean,
do you know what? He decided he'd had enough and pits anyway.
He's like, fuck this little nit.
No.
You thought I was going to say it. You thought I was going to say it.
I did, and do you know what? For a moment I froze and just went, oh no, I don't know how to salvage this. It's alright, as class pits then from 3rd position, we'll rejoin. That was totally unnecessary. We'll rejoin in 4th in completely clear air, but I mean, he's just so far behind now.
Yeah. I don't think he's on for the win.
Really? I think we called that after his first pit stop.
I wanted to make sure I had a decision ready. Oh, so we've got Lopez going for a move on Perez up the inside. Perez fights back, but
And locks up.
yeah, runs out of grip on the exit of that corner there.
So Lopez has done both of these guys now. Past them.
What's that? Is this slang? Is this... Oh, Bradley doesn't know young people slang. It's too old. Slang. Welcome to Formula Virtual, where Bradley tries to commentate while I rinse him for an hour and a half.
Do you know the worst bit? This race is an hour and 40 minutes.
Extra time for me to make you feel like a little piss boy. There's Vasquez and Giordano. Enter the pit lane.
Stop doing that. You keep making me yawn.
I'm tired, that's why. I got home from work at like midnight last night.
Ellington pits then, and will rejoin in a solid fourth. He's had a good race, hasn't he, Ellington?
Has he?
Well, yeah.
Oh, that made me real dizzy. Yeah, he's done alright, you know. He's still only about 13 seconds off class, which after most of the race, like this kind of race distance, is not bad.
Exactly. That's my point.
There's the Mathershaw boys, line of stern.
If he'd have been on the mediums...
Is that the right term?
Line of stern, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
if Ellington had been on the mediums, he could have taken a legitimate podium here ahead of a Downton.
Shane's going to be very upset when he hears that.
What, the thought that he might have beaten the Downton, or the thought that he hasn't?
I thought that he could have, but hasn't.
But he's also a big fan of us, so like... You know.
He's just saying that to secure an engine deal.
Oh.
Even though he's running his own engines.
I was going to say, hang on a minute, don't need to have a deal with Lamborghini next year, as class sets to beat fastest lap.
Wow, good going, class. Well done.
Also barely a tenth quicker than the last one, but there we are.
You know, it is what it is, don't worry about it, man, no problem.
He's already taken a second out of Ruiz though.
Whoa!
Shame there's another 34 to go.
Yeah, he's still, like, you know, because everyone in the top 3 now has another pit stop to make.
Yeah.
So,
Top 4.
he's still
Top
not
6.
quite going to pull this one off.
Top 8.
Top 9.
Yeah, oh, Kanga's past Simon.
Ah, why's he done that, little bitch? That wasn't necessary.
Well, I mean, should we address the rumours that he's not going to be there next year?
Who, Kanga?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it's been all but... I mean, everyone knows it's all been but confirmed. I mean...
Yeah, so there we go. So obviously, you know, Kanga is... We're expecting not going to be in a Mathershaw next year. Fully expected that he will be replaced by Enrique Ruiz, who obviously will be left without a drive when Franklin departs for.
Yeah.
So yeah,
What?
Kanga probably doing all he can to try and to earn himself a seat for next season.
Yeah. Yeah. Kanga in a bad place mentally because he's out of a job.
Well,
that was a really horrible way to phrase it.
yeah, I mean it wasn't great.
Kanga turns to the bottle because he's got nobody that wants to hire him. And he
And
says,
sets the fastest lap.
he's like, please let me drive next season.
Look, I can even do fastest laps.
I can tell you with certainty that Alar Kanga will be on the grid next season, but I cannot say who with.
Do you know, I was just going to say the same thing.
Sure you are, Bradley. Bradley likes to pretend he's in the know. Bradley doesn't know anything. It's only we that knows what we got him.
It really isn't.
Ellington has actually caught class by a couple of seconds. Just want to point that out.
Glass has bought the leaders by a couple of seconds.
Based on that logic, Ellington's going to win a race, bro.
I mean, he's only got 18 laps, so I don't think he's quite gonna.
Zylander pits again. Oh no, because he needs to, I remember. Oh, that might be why. Oh, that's Powers.
That's Powers lapping.
I'd just say, have Martha Shaw made any other announcements for next year, if you know what I mean?
No.
Okay. Good, I just wanted to double check
The only announcements they've made is that they are running the Porsche. Porsche will supply other teams, but we do not know those other teams as yet, and Adrian Simon will drive for.
And we know that Ruiz is going to buddy up as well. What a terrifying, like, they've got, I mean, I'm excited to see what kind of car they rock up with next season. I think it's going to be terrifyingly fast. I mean, they're going to have 2 of the 3 best
I still think it'd be funny if it was Shiger.
They've got backing from one of the most prolific manufacturers in Europe, in the world, really. With quite a pedigree.
Ah, Ruiz pits then. Ruiz makes the second stop. Powers decides to run an extra lap.
Just in case. This is a pit lane exit now. Ruiz slings it very close to the wall there.
Yeah, didn't he just? I'm sure he was over the white line. That should be disqualification.
I think your underpants should be put back over your head.
Okay.
Milkovic isn't far off of a point scoring position.
That is that Zylander on Campos?
That's Campos going past Zylander, I think.
I was going to say, Zylander went around the outside of turn 1, but locked up.
That was Campos defending from Zylander. Here we go though. Oh, that's you can't do that.
That's a little rude.
Oh my god, you can't just, bruv.
Hello, smack, goodbye.
He literally just swung through and bang. You saw the intentional movement of the wheel. Like, what is he even? He's not even hiding it. What can I say?
Zylander certainly found his feet in the Formula Virtual this season, hasn't he? He's well.
Oh, there's something to be said for the comedic effect of that timing. I've got to say. There's Milk then.
Powers dives in for his final stop of the race, which will allow Enrique Ruiz back through into the lead, and well, he looks on for a rather uncontested victory here.
Did Wagner have an accident earlier?
I don't know.
Just wondering how he's like behind his teammate by like a good 10-20 seconds.
I mean,
probably 15.
Who knows? Did he get tangled up in that melee down at turn 1?
Might have done.
Quite a few drivers did.
Yeah, like more than one.
I've got Powers has come out ahead of Class as well.
I mean, Class has to make another stop anyway.
This really, yeah, I know, but this really hasn't gone well, has
it? Watch Class bin it off.
Don't. Oh my god, he Class chucks off the right.
That was a nice little lapping. Must confess. Class has lost another second to Ellington. How is Ellington putting up these lap times? He's probably not lapping people so much. Just realised I hadn't answered to my questione. It's fun to say. Milkovic pits. Wow.
Matson should be on for 10th here then, shouldn't he?
Yeah, he's off the hard tyres, isn't he? So that hard tyre strategy really working out in the end for Ingram, at least for Jean Matson. Milkovic behind Campos, oh boy.
Osberg as well. Osberg's actually in. This is going to sound ridiculous, seeing as you can see the time screen at the side and it says 11th. Osberg is actually in 11th position. As in, he's on mediums, so he has made all of his stops.
That's his net position. That's kind of hot.
That's that's a solid race that Osberg's had then. In his penultimate
Mr. Berger
V-Prix.
Yeah, before he goes off to drive boats instead.
Drive boats.
That's roughly what you do in the Navy, right?
Well, I mean...
Hi, I'm Osberg. I'd like to join the Navy and become a bootlicker.
Oh, Zazolia out the pits then. And it's pretty much side by side with his teammate.
Is it? Really?
Well, it was initially.
It was for a minute while he passed him.
Precisely.
Hey, my skin's looking really clear today. Are you proud of me?
Nope.
Yes, I am.
He's side by side with his teammate while his teammate makes the overtake.
Okay.
Oh. Well, I thought all of those on mediums had pitted already.
I think maybe not.
Useless moron. Made me look a spanner.
Could you imagine if Xylander pulls off the overtake after all his fucking contact he's had?
After everyone that he's run off the road.
Yeah. Matsson's probably like there's a little bit of poo coming out of him every corner.
So Mattson is absolutely quaking. Mind you, Xylander's a lap down and Mattson isn't, so I guess there's probably quite a gap between them.
I don't know, it only takes about a minute 25 behind to be lapped. Here we go, Simon up the inside of his teammate, showing why one's being kept and one isn't. Oh, gee, I wonder which way around it is.
A bit harsh.
Yeah, well, maybe Kango shouldn't be such a bitch.
Well, Kangaroo overtook Simon earlier.
Look at the last teammate that Simon had. Inman, where's he? On the Dolnay. Why am I being so mean?
You are.
Kang is an interesting one though. I mean, he has shown so much promise and potential, but he's just, I think he's still got a bit of developing to do as a driver. I mean,
yeah,
to be fair,
just...
has got the experience of a world championship behind him, so...
He's just missing that sort of like final 10th, isn't he? And I don't mean like 10th of a second, but...
No, the final like 10th of what would make him a whole.
Yeah.
Mind you, he's already a whole. That's a joke about his bum.
I'm glad you find yourself funny. What is even... Alexander Zazolia then, in the slipstream of Felix Perez heading down to turn 1, dives to the inside, but Perez holds his ground, but turn 2, Zazolia takes the position then, nothing to take place.
Yeah, I'm done now.
You finished. No. We'll take that as a no.
Sorry, I had a little bit of a giggle to get out of my my body. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to see an onboard shot from Xylander to see how close he is to his next victim. Like, that's kind of what it's going to end up being categorised as, because it's not racing, it's assault. Just punts everyone off in his way, like, yeah, I won! Oh, okay, kid. But also, yikes.
The thing is though, you know, it's fine, it's all well and fine doing that, but you've actually got to have a car quick enough to get to those in front.
I know, the big stonks moment is when you just slow down enough and you get lapped.
There's the two DS Matheshaws side by side again, and that is Alar Kanga fighting back against Adrian Simon.
He heard me and he was like, oh, you chatting shit about me, Cam? I was like, oh. That's the one word I usually try not to use. To be fair, we've got a lot of Australians.
Is that Halverson and Campos battling over not being last?
Yes. Also, Campos lost because he's Campos. And also he's an Achiever.
Yeah, so Djokovic, and he's 14. Ahead of a former world champion. Admittedly, probably the worst world champion but...
What, Wagner?
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of just won because Ruiz didn't turn up for half the year.
No, Ruiz turned up for all of the year. It's just that he never really lasted the whole race.
That's what I mean. He didn't turn up quality-wise.
What? No. Oh, there's a yellow flag in the final sector. It's not Ruiz because we're watching him on screen.
It's probably, I don't know.
And it's gone.
Gone.
Oh, it must. Simon. Simon's 8 seconds behind Kanga.
That's not very cash money. I was literally just about to say, like, oh hey, the Mathershore boys are probably gonna have a good chance of staying in front of firsts actually, but Simon doesn't now.
Oh Christ, they've got a pit again, haven't they?
Yeah, so's Lopez.
Speaking of the first boys, they're side by side again through turn 1.
Go! Yep, Perez makes that move on Zazolia. We're seeing a lot of them Noah's Ark today. Downton, Mathershore, first.
Yeah, and let's be fair, Mutual are already
Lopez.
split because they're on different strategies.
No, they're not. They're just that much. Like Lopez is just that bad.
Okay, well that was going to be my second option.
That was option number 2.
So Ellington has to pit again as well then, so does Glass. Who's now around 5 seconds behind his teammate. Hang on, he was less than that. He successfully managed to lose time on a quicker tyre.
That's quite epic.
Good effort. Simon is in the pits. That's early. Oh, he's lost his rear wing. Adrian Simon then is going to be in for a long stop here because they're going to have to replace the rear wing down at DS Mathershore.
He just spun and then backed it into the wall.
Yeah.
World champion, ladies and gents. I mean, why am I just rinsing every single person I've seen?
That put Zylander into the points. Brilliant.
You can't write this shit, honestly.
Zylander has literally bullied his way into the points. Mind you, Vasquez has done a decent enough job to kind of recover from that incident that he was tangled in with 12. Garcia's also fought his way back to 11.
Simon.
What?
I just stopped listening to you for a minute. I was just chatting so silly to myself, and I realised, hang on, like everyone who watches this can hear what I'm saying.
Yes.
And it gave me the giggles. Here comes
2
Zazolia up
first.
the
At
inside.
it again, then Zazolia down the inside of Perez at turn 1 and takes back 7th position.
Yeah, he does. You're right.
Well, I mean, we've got to get excited about that because there's sod all that's happening.
Thailand, no. Mazquez, that's not even a person.
No, it's not. This has certainly not been the best race of the season.
It's had its moments, but it's been slightly dull. I must confess. Hence the... Oh, fuck. I just thought about...
We've had a run of real good races. Wow.
We have. Real spicy ones. But this one has not followed the trend.
Yeah, it has not. I wonder if the firsts are going to go at one another again down into turn 1.
They're going to do it, Bradley. Hard on
Perez is closing in, No,
Jesus,
decides not to.
I wonder if they've been screamed at by their principal just to stop dicking around.
I was going to say, I can't imagine Adam is too impressed with it. Well,
No, I wouldn't be either. Terrible manners.
what is also interesting is they are now, what, 19 seconds behind Kanga. But they're getting close to, you know, being at the point where Kanga's going to make a stop and actually come out in front of them.
With all the battling they do, I wonder if Ruiz might even lap them.
I was just thinking that, actually, from when we went from the shot of them first to the one of Ruiz, it was like, actually, he's reasonably close.
Yes. Yes, he is.
He's done well today, hasn't he, Enrique?
He has driven flawlessly, let's be honest.
Yeah,
I think the key difference was probably made in that first pit stop where he was able to get that couple of seconds buffer. After that, Powers hasn't really been able to stick with him.
No, and Glass has been on the wrong tyres.
Yeah, he's been doing his best with the tools he's been given, but yikes.
He might as well have been given a bucket of spade, really.
Yeah. To be fair, third, fourth, and fifth probably won't change positions that much, if at all. It's going to be tight between Kanker and Boys though.
Normal first and second.
Oh yeah, so basically the top six, no, the top five is, here we go, class in the pits. I wonder where it's going to feed out, Bradley. It's going to be fourth, because anything like different will have to do.
Yeah. Yep, I reckon that is absolutely it. And there we go, through into third goes Lewis Ellington.
Imagine if he just extends the stint, puts Class out of title contention. He wouldn't, I know.
Well, you know straight away I'm going to argue when you're wrong, so stop saying things that are wrong.
But I said it, I said afterwards, I was like, I know it was...
Yeah, but you were too slow, I was already saying it.
Too slow? Too slow? Want to talk about too slow? I'll tell you who's too slow.
You.
Stephen Hawking, because he's dead.
Oh no, not Hawking. Not Hawking.
Not Hawking, anyone but Hawking.
Well, not quite anyone but Hawking, but not Stephen Hawking.
It's alright for me to be immune to jokes because I was in a wheelchair. That's how he sounds. Huh. He doesn't anymore, but... Oh, Ellington. Caught behind some back markers there. I'm gonna carry on rinsing him. Not Ellington. Hawking.
Well, no, just don't.
He never got to see photographic evidence of the phenomena that he predicted. He never got to see that picture of the black hole that they finally managed to take.
No, he didn't, unfortunately.
Pretty sad.
As Ellington makes his final stop then. We'll rejoin him.
There goes Wagner
Kanga
up the
pits as well then,
inside.
so what is going to be interesting is where Kanga feeds back out now then. There's is that a long stop? Oh, there's been a collision in the pit lane. That is James Vasquez into the pit wall.
He's still going. Oh no.
Kanga leaves the pits and he's just behind the two first cars. So Vasquez, how did Vasquez spin?
I don't understand. Here we go. Boys, no.
Well,
oh god.
I'll tell you what, this is going to give Kanga a fantastic opportunity now then. He's already on back of Zolia, looking to pull alongside on the second straight.
Yeah, with all this battling they've done, they've cost themselves, I think, the chance of staying in front of Kanga.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Kanga is on the fresh soft tyres now then, and will absolutely be looking to make the most of this one. Lopez still yet to pit, but when he does, will come out in a rather lonely 8th place. And possibly be lapped. Actually, probably be lapped.
Yeah. So that would have been, that's all the way up to 8th place lap. That is massive, even with like 6 retirements. 7 if you count Stephen.
Oh, we have a yellow flag. Yeah. But that's gone.
Hit. That's there.
Indeed he does. And then Lopez lets these guys through. Perez in 5th, Zolya 6th, Kanga 7th. You get the feeling it probably won't be that way for too much longer, as Kanga absolutely tucked up under the rear wing of Alexander Zolya, and surely he's going to dive down the inside into turn 1, and he doesn't.
Decides to actually play the team game. I respect that.
Lopez has not been lapped.
Huh?
I don't know.
He will be, don't worry. Don't you worry.
There we go.
It's coming. I said it and it happened. I can control the universe.
Never we can. But if you can, do you want to like just make that Honda engine in the back of Ruiz start to pop?
I don't have that much control over the universe.
As Ruiz then is not even on screen. Kanga sweeps around the outside of Zolya.
You stupid fucking bellend. There's Kovalenko.
Yeah. As we see Dmitry Kovalenko for the first time today, 4 laps from the end of the race. Exiting the pit lane.
Yeah, he's in front of Giordano.
He is. And Adrian Simon.
I do wonder if AMR are going to springboard off the back at some point. Yep, Perez loses that position.
Yep.
Status quo resumed.
Kanga back up into 5th. And I think rather unsurprisingly, given how close it came out to the first duo there.
Do you know what I will say for Chima is, even though they've not they've not really proven that they've got the fastest car of the new runners. Zylander Pitts. It's Wagner at the points.
When was the last time Lopez scored points?
5 years ago. Anyway, yeah. Back to me.
Spain. Spain. Victor Rosberg. Oh, no, Wagner's picked as well. Milkovic is in the points.
Aw, Milky Tits, you naughty little fucker.
So Chima then, suddenly with 2 laps to go, are on for their 2nd points finish.
Yeah. I've got to say, like, I know I'm going to just reintroduce my point, but even though they don't have the fastest car of the newcomers, I don't think, they constantly, like, turn up and get a decent result.
I mean, to be fair, now I think they probably do.
If they have it now, that means they're going to have a hard time next season, I tell you.
Yeah.
It's okay. More teams to keep me company at the back.
Precisely. As Enrique Ruiz starts lap 70 then, this isn't something we've done before in Mexico. Before it's on the old layout, we've always only done, how many laps, Lily?
69!
Yay!
Sex number.
I wish I hadn't bothered now.
Himself from Ruiz. Just a fun little fact.
Who's done what now?
Lopez has unlapped himself from Ruiz.
No, he hasn't.
No, lapped himself again. He's making a fool of me.
No, it's not hard.
That's not nice. You can't say things like that. I'm gonna be sick.
Please don't.
Alright, fine. If you insist.
Cheers.
Anyway.
Well, we've only got a lap and a bit to go. Oh, no, Milkovic has lost 10th.
No.
Osberg's gone through.
Osberg, literally get out of my man's way.
So Osberg, who was 10th about, 10-15 laps ago, who I said looked on for a point, and then pitted, and made me look an idiot, is now back in the points. I was right. I told you he was on for a point.
My Google Home is lighting up at me, and I don't know why.
Who knows? Enrique Ruiz then starts the final lap of the race here in Mexico with JML right in his wheel tracks. Go on, run into him. No.
Bradley, the ever impartial and professional. You're professional up like when you want to be, up until you want to win, and then it's just like, oh, punt him off. Go on, G. Like, what is that? Would it really feel like winning?
Yeah.
Scumbag.
Hey, look, we're going to take. I mean, I touch wood, nothing, goes tremendously wrong with this final lap.
I'm always touching wood on the final lap.
You're all just always touching wood.
That is correct.
Enrique Ruiz then through the S-bends for the final time. He's driven sublimely today, hasn't he? He really has. He's fended off Powers on the same tyres. He's fought off Klaas van Snel. He kept Klaas, who was on the softer tyres, in sight in the opening laps. It's just been a phenomenal drive. Through the stadium sector then, Enrique Ruiz rounds the final corner here in Mexico. He's going to win the 2019 Mexican V-Prix and take a massive step towards the 2019 championship. But behind him, Nathaniel Powers, finishing second, will give Downton their second Constructors' title.
Oh yeah, you didn't get it last year, did you?
No.
You did this year though, well done.
We've beaten Franklin! At least to one championship. I'll take that. Klaas van Snelheid then will keep himself in the hunt for the driver's title. Nathaniel Powers is out of it. Klaas keeps himself in the hunt with third place, but it's going to be a very, very difficult job in Brazil to deny Enrique Ruiz now.
That's a 19-point gap.
19 points indeed. Lewis Ellington, is going to finish a fine fourth then for Meteor. Another solid drive from the Brit there, and I think Meteor will be really pleased with that and really pleased with his performances heading into next season. Kanga is going to come home fifth ahead of the two first drivers, Perez leading to Zolia, while Lopez, Matson and Osberg round out point scorers.
Well, can't say it was a thrilling classic, but it was a race. We move on to the title. Wait, that's the Brazilian. Oh, never mind.
Next race in Brazil, title decider. Ruiz wins here in Mexico. The official classification then confirms Ruiz as the winner, 10.7 seconds clear of Nathaniel Powers in second, Klaas van Snelheid only third, and he's the only driver that remains in the championship battle with Ruiz. Now, really could have done with passing his teammate, but just didn't have the tyres to do so. The soft, not the best strategy here today. Then down towards the bottom, Timo Kinnaman's retirement is huge in the Constructors' Championship. Alar Kanga, though, it is who takes the fastest lap here in Mexico. As we were discussing in the drivers then, Ruiz leads it with 1 round to go, 19 points clear of Klaas van Snelheid. Essentially, if Klaas doesn't win, Ruiz is champion in Brazil. Nathaniel Powers then, champion for the last 2 years, is already out of the title fight. He will be going to Brazil purely as support for his teammate then. John Matson passes Thierry Zylander further down with his third consecutive 9th place finish then. Some solid points recently for Ingram, and in the Constructors' Championship, well, that's all over. Downton are the champions for the second time in their career then, 440 points to Franklin's 373. It's a gap of 67 with only 43 available. DS Mathishaw are now confirmed in third place ahead of first. No other changes in the Constructors, and so we go on to Brazil. But that's all from our race here today in Mexico. So from both me and Lily, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time for the final round of 2019 from Sao Paulo, Brazil.